Someone that will not speak for how many minutes and not end it with something that you cannot comprehend. Balabu, town hall different from these are crazy things that at times I just find it very difficult on how youth will be sharing these people up.
Honestly.
Clapping and all of that. It shows that we still have issues even as followers.
I think we already have our official handshake. Let's try it. We'll teach you later. Okay. Today we're talking about the forthcoming election. With what is happening in the country currently and everything, I would like to know, please, who are you supporting for the upcoming election? From you.
Thank you very much, Cycler Studios, for this wonderful opportunity. So, for the forthcoming election, I'm supporting and rooting for the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, that's Atiku Abubakar.
Okay.
Of course, he's running the Senator, actor Ihio.
Okay. You, who are you supporting for this upcoming election?
Supporting Peter Obi, the Labour Party, for the Labour Party.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, why exactly are you supporting your candidate? What's the reason behind you supporting your candidate?
Okay, for me, I'm supporting Atiku Abubakar because I feel at this moment of time in our nation, we need someone like him because I feel he's the right person to pilot the affairs of this country, judging from the fact that before now he has been very consistent with his plans for this nation. Though a lot of persons might say he has been moving from one political party to the other. The truth is, as individuals, when you have goals, doesn't matter how you try to get them, as long as you are doing them on the right path. I feel that is a very good stance. And Atiku Abubakar, he has been very clear with his visions for this nation. That's why currently he has 5 points agenda that he has structured that through his plan known as Reset.
I want to know why you are supporting Peter Obi. What are the reasons behind you supporting him?
Peter Obi will say, go and verify. And every verification we have done, it stands by. You cannot get a rumor of Peter Obi.
Okay.
He's a no structure man. He's just the best option for the people. Plus, he's a youth. I don't want old people ruling us over and over again.
Okay.
He's a young man. He's a vibrant young man.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Before I don't know. Peter Obi was Atiku Tinubu was born like my parents were still children. When your parents were still very young, and they are still the person ruling us. Like they are the person that gave us independence, and they are still the person ruling us.
Yeah. So where's space for the future leaders of tomorrow, please? Okay, I'd like to throw this question to you, Atiku supporter. When you were campaigning for him just now, you made mention of the fact that being a past leader, and now he's campaigning again. What do you think he's going to do differently? Because he has ruled before. So what is he actually going to do differently this time that will make us as Nigerians want to support him?
So there is something that Atiku Abubakar has always been talking about before now. That is the issue of removal of fuel subsidy. Like if you check the records, the Minister for Finance, National Planning and Budget, Zainab, she made mention of the fact that Nigeria as a nation will pay as much as over 6 trillion naira for subsidy to subsidize the price of fuel and all of that. So this is something that over time, when Atiku was the vice president, he started the initiation of the removal of this fuel subsidy. Imagine taking out this huge sum of money from this subsidy and investing it well into the economy. This will go a long way in boosting the economy. This is something he started. He went through the first and second stage, but before he could complete it, they had to halt everything. When you look at this, if this money is well channeled into the economy, it will go a long way, not like what the current APC government is doing with their markets, traders' money, where you just come out, the vice president will come out, go and share money to some people with the tag of APC just to glorify their party and all of that. So Atiku Abubakar is someone that has been in service for a while, down to even his own career. He had a very successful career. He has businesses that are thriving well. So he's just the right man that we need at this material time to take care of this economy. They're talking about age and all of that. The president of the United States of America, which is with America being over 10 times bigger than Nigeria, is 80 years. Joe Biden is 80 years. So yet, he's not incapacitated. He's working and all of that. Atiku has been going around from places to places, campaigning. His speeches are coherent. Anyone can pick them. So that is not an issue. Then when you talk of Labour Party, Peter Obi being a youth and all of that, the national youth leader of the Labour Party was suspended. A very young youth for that matter. Why was he suspended? It was surrounded on issues of fraud, opening a website without being approved by the party to start collecting money from people.
But
Then the director general of the campaign was just slammed with 2 years imprisonment. Then he just resigned. At
But-
least the people.
I feel that's a disciplinary action
Yeah, I promise
to actually.
if this person, the youth ambassador, that was
The national youth leader.
the national youth leader, was an APC candidate or a PDP candidate, they would have buried the matter.
Exactly. There will not be any transparency.
There will be no.
Okay, let me tell you something. You know, in 2007, Obasanjo, as a person, he forwarded articles details to the EFCC that is corrupt and all of that.
Then
that
they
they
drag
should
their way
do.
up.
That's what people always say. Like,
That's what it is.
when it's not in your favor, you feel it's always bribery. To me, I feel anyone that accuses, the law is the last hope of the common man. Once the law says this is what it is, if the law sets you free, then obviously you are free indeed. Until the law indicts anybody and say this person is guilty, if you call anyone guilty and the law has said otherwise, you can be slammed for defamation of character. So for the now, Atiku does not have anything that portrays him
Everybody
as
says
corrupt.
food now.
So if in the future
That
is
we
something else, we know that is something else, because obviously even this Peter Obi that we are speaking of was very comfortable with Atiku as being the best man for the job in 2019.
What would you say? Are you making your objections from experience? Are you talking from experience that, okay, this person has been a very good leader, he has done this, he has done that? When Peter Obi speaks, or when he speaks, he talks about his past achievements and things he has done. So are you saying that based on the past achievements of Atiku, this is why you are supporting this person?
Yeah, for me, I'm supporting Atiku because he has. If you want to start going back, I can pinpoint other things for you. But let me just make something clear to you. Peter Obi, as an individual, he was at the helm of affairs at his time. Okay, he was the city governor. Once he said this is what we want to do, somehow he's the one that always pushed for it. Atiku Abubakar had such opportunity, but it was during that period that President Obasanjo picked him that he should be his running mate. That was why he was not sworn in as duly elected governor of his state. So if you want to juxtapose this now, Peter Obi might have some kind of points that you want to score above him. Then now let's even look at the running mate, because we are not just talking of the individual candidate now. The running mate to Atiku Abubakar, the person of Senator Dr. Ato Ifeanyi is a governor that has been performing quite well.
Yes.
When you talk about interest in education, if you go around,
He has done a lot.
all the states of the federation, students that are from Delta State, they have special educational support funds in forms of bursary.
Yes.
You see that even when ASU was on a prolonged strike for over 8 months recently, the states,
They were still in session.
institutions in Delta State, they were all functioning. So when it comes to health, he's a medical doctor, though he did practice for long before diving into politics, but he has set up some very good health facilities in Delta State. Then when you talk of other infrastructure, the other day article was in Delta State. He commissioned a very magnificent flyover there at Asaba. So these are the things you look into. You look at the pairs of these people that are running together.
Okay.
So the candidacy of Atiku Abubakar at this time is very right, and I think all eligible voters that have their voters card will give their support to Atiku.
Oh, okay. I'll come to you. What are the achievements that is making you actually want to vote for Peter Obi?
First of all, I'm a student, so I'll put academics in forefront. When Peter Obi became president, when he became president, when he became governor of Anambra State, we only had about one federal university.
Okay.
But before he left, after 8 years or 7, became 4. And out of the 4 federal universities, I can brag about that. Out of the 4 federal universities in Anambra State, 2 of it are among the top 10 universities in Nigeria.
Mhm.
And that's like down to the primary school, secondary school, everything about academics in Anambra. He has touched on them. The National Stadium,
Okay.
down to when Obasanjo was coming to Anambra, when he talked about him leaving his house and saying, why is there need for a presidential villa? That Nigerians always keep looking for ways to waste money, to squander money. Why would a president have houses in all the states?
Okay.
Why I'm supporting Peter Obi is the ability for him to manage money. He was top manager in Fidelity Bank, Access Bank, and I think Access Diamond Bank and one other bank in Nigeria. He knows how to manage money.
Okay.
And how he has furthered his education in other countries, especially. That's one of the reasons why I'm supporting Peter Obi and want to know that.
Looking at his past achievements, what are the things that you feel he will do differently when he becomes president, or if he's elected as president?
This country, we're in a state of hope already.
Okay.
Let's use party, APC
Yes.
and PDP, they have been given the chance and they have not shown any reasonable thing.
Mm.
There's one thing the leader you are looking for is a good person. And there's another thing, the party you are looking at being a good party.
Mm.
The president after Obasanjo, he was from the Democratic Party and he was doing the right thing, but they shut him up after how many years of him ruling. You cannot be a good person and change your whole party, everybody you are following. So we have corrupt mind built in, there's roots of corruption. So you must have to fight your party first. And I don't think Atiku is ready for that job. He's just telling us he wants to do this, wants to do it. What makes you think that the party will not want him to share the money amongst them, as it's always done?
Okay. I would want to ask this question. Do you think that tribalism has a current role it's playing in the forthcoming election? Do you feel that people are being biased by their conscience because of their tribal race?
I should go first.
Okay.
I saw a video trending on social media, and this one is saying, I'll vote Tinubu because he's my brother. And I looked at the background of the video, and I was like, this person is speaking from the ghetto, person speaking from the north.
Okay.
I'll go to the north. A lot of persons don't even know what's happening, but once they hear, oh, Tinubu is my brother, globalization and digitalization is taking over, so people are getting aware of, okay, this is what this person have done. But yeah, honestly speaking, this country is divided. I'll put it like that. And there's one thing saying, I'm coming to come and stop the division. That's my agenda, my 5-figure agenda.
Yes.
And there's another thing, you supporting it unconsciously. So yeah, tribalism take a very serious role when it comes to affairs of voting, when it comes to and religion also. But yeah.
Okay. I would want to hear your opinion.
So the truth is, we cannot take the issue of tribalism from the politics of Nigeria, because over time there is this sentiment that people do have that, okay, we are accepting people of this before we are Nigerians per se. So that's the number one reason I give for supporting Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Because right now there are lots of interest groups around the whole nation. If you look at the Yorubas now, they just feel right now it's a turn for a Yoruba man to lead the affairs of the nation. The Northerners themselves, a lot of them just feel So long as it's from my place, I will always
vote for him.
Down to the southeast and all of that.
Okay. Let's move away a little from the electoral process. Do we actually think that tribalism will die down in politics as a whole? Looking at it, is it possible to eradicate tribalism?
Well, I would say it is very much possible. Why I think it's possible is if truly we have structures that are there to implement things without looking at the name of any person, what's the surname of this person and all of that, it can be eradicated. I've been able to leave this nation, like go to other places, other countries. When you travel out of this country, you see that even the Nigerians that you have that believe in from this ethnic group or all of that, when they go outside the shores of Nigeria,
really matter.
once they see a system that this is a system that is working,
That works.
Nigerians
They follow. Yes.
But yeah, that feeling of don't worry, the person heading that office is from my place.
Please, yeah.
When I go there, I will speak my language for the person, I will
And
speak
you
my dialect
understand,
and
yeah.
understand. It makes people just behave arrogantly and just break the law without concerns for the implication. So when we have someone that will stand and say, okay, this institution will function in a certain way, you see that people will always be forced to adhere strictly to the laid down procedures. Because I believe once the law is there and is standing firmly, people will always obey. So with time and having a president like Atiku Abubakar, these things will be in place. And of course, we will look forward to a greater Nigeria.
Okay, I'll come to you. What's your opinion?
Tribalism in politics is like
it
race.
visible?
Yeah,
Eradicating tribalism, is it visible?
I don't see it very visible.
Okay.
Just as the same way in other countries, they call it race. So it's going to be very difficult, but it's going to be very possible.
Okay.
But after a long run, when Nigeria has proven to be united, not only in the affairs of politics now, from day-to-day activity, the economy is growing, where the Hausa man and the Igbo man or the Southerners can trade and everything is like, you understand, trading, maybe there's railroad from the south, there's infrastructure, railroad, and they are trading, there's constant trading from west, south, and north, and east. So with time, when the economy is growing, it's going to be possible. But for now, I don't think that's the major problem Nigeria has.
Okay. Let's look at the forthcoming election, and with the way things are going, the scarcity of oil, currency, and everything. How do you feel this is going to affect the forthcoming election? I think it's going to be chaotic. So what are your views? What do you feel that the current government should do to help die down the chaos for the forthcoming election?
I feel that the plan, the government plan, speaking from the point of view of a Gen Z, because many of us are not really inclined in things of politics and we're not interested before now. Many of us got our PVC from July till now, like in the past 6 months.
Yes.
Nobody will tell me I'll go and vote before, but now we're more interested. And we have just realized that everything that have been happening, every past experience down to the NSAS protest is just a way of shutting us up. It's shutting the population up. Because I don't know why we have terrible light situation in Nigeria, but it became worse just before the fuel subsidy happened. And it's happening close to the election. Down to the ASO strike. They called off the strike so that students can be distracted with school. Down to how the House of Representatives are campaigning or saying there should be a shutdown so that students can be able to vote. And the people in power are rejecting the offer because they want school to distract us from voting. I just feel that this whole scenario is a strategy to distract us or to keep us short or to inconvenience us. And there's nothing we can do about it because they are the persons in power. And that's why we want to change in power.
Okay. So please, your opinion.
Thank you very much. Well, Nigeria has not really had this bad current situation. People are running around looking for how to lay their hands on the newly designed naira notes. Even I was speaking with someone that even if I cannot get the newly designed naira notes, why not give me the 100 naira notes or 50 naira notes?
Yes.
Take them gladly. Because when you go out, when you see the whole hustle to get
It's a madhouse.
It's terrible.
It's crazy.
Now, when you go to transportation, once a driver called any price for you, before you will negotiate, it's already out. He knows what it costs him to get for station. So these issues, I will blame them heavily on the APC-led government, because these were promises that they made to Nigerians. That takes me back to why I'm still rooting for the PDP, because before now, even if the issue of wealth scarcity has always been in the history of Nigeria, but it hasn't
never been this bad.
That get fuel at even a rate of 600.
Outrageous price.
If you ask me to pay for that now, maybe I can afford it, but the stress. Do you know the number of man hours that are being wasted at the fuel stations?
Exactly.
Lots and lots of things are just happening that are not right, and the elections we are just barely less than 30 days to the general election. People get the means to travel to their various areas.
Transportation is on right.
So these are just issues that I feel that the APC-led government should just try and help to really stop and bring to the barest minimum if truly they want people to make their right decisions and exercise their franchise as a people. So that.
Okay. I think we've all heard the Emilocom Balablu. So please, what is your own opinion? Because obviously we do not have a supporter here, but what is your opinion concerning the Emilocom and Balablu situation?
So it has really been a very, very terrible one, honestly. Like, every day you wake up to a new clip and all of that. And it's not just good for us as a nation. Nigeria is too big. We are too endowed with lots of human resources to settle for such a candidate, honestly. Someone that will not speak for how many minutes and not end it with something that you cannot comprehend. Balabu, town hall different from these are crazy things that at times I just find it very difficult on how youth will be sharing these people up.
Honestly.
Clapping and all of that. It shows that we still have issues even as followers.
Yes.
When it comes that he wants to gather here today, you will have thousands of people, youths, able-bodied youths, will be sharing people or someone up that cannot interact with people for just 10 minutes. It's just crazy. Is this how we're going to get it right as a nation, or because of our own interests?
Honestly, I feel it's an insult to our intelligence, honestly speaking.
And it's just painful that we have lots of intellectuals surrounding these people.
Exactly.
So what do we do if someone with a PhD, a son, is coming out to say this person is the best?
I support this person.
Who are you with your BSc or even just a first degree to challenge such a person? A professor coming out to say this is the right person for the job. So we are in a terrible situation, just like we're facing currently. We have someone, a president that I don't know if you see some secondary school certificate or primary school certificate that was being contested, and we have a vice president that is a professor.
Okay, what's your own opinion? The Balablu situation.
I just feel that it's very funny because I think Tinubu is one of the most trendy comedians on the internet right now. Just I see him as a joke to the country, and if he end up winning, come on,
it won't be funny. For now, people are laughing, but the joke won't be funny.
It won't be funny, exactly.
We'll laugh at ourselves. So I don't know.
Yeah, thank you very much for your opinion. It has been a wonderful segment. We'll go on a short break.
Okay. But before we go on that short break, I have a question for that. You have been talking about, I've been having issues with both the APC candidate and PDP candidate. I've given opinions why I don't want both of them to give like one opinion why you feel that Peter Obi is the wrong opinion, or is the wrong option for the youth or for the general public to put as president. One thing that he has done that you said, he's a bad man, or he's not the best option.
Yeah, okay. Just something that I want to hinge on is the fact that for me, I just feel when you go into governance, you go there, you make judicious use of resources. One of my major issue I have with Peter Obi is the fact that he came out and he was saying, when I was leaving office, I left so amount of money in the treasury. The truth is, Anambra State, are there no issues there to be taken care of?
Thank you very much. I've really, really enjoyed the session. We'll go on a short break and we'll be right back. Okay, just quickly before we leave, I want to know, with everything that's happening so far in the country and chaos, the fuel scarcity, currency, and everything, how best do you feel that the citizens are ready for forthcoming election? I'll give
Okay.
the question.
Well, for me, I feel, speaking from my own opinion as a person, I believe that before the general elections, all these issues would have been sorted out. So I believe that the pains that people have gone through, it will be enough catalyst to motivate them to go out, irrespective of the cost that they will incur to go and cast their votes. I believe that people will want to do that because all Nigerians, irrespective of our political interests and all of that, they are fed up with things that are happening. Because this buying of fuel, now those that voted for the current government, they don't have a separate fuel station where they get their fuel. We are all on the same queue to get the same product. So I believe, judging from these pains that we face and the fact that we all need something better, people will try and go out to cast their votes. And as an individual and having my own PVC, I will go out and vote, and I will encourage all my friends and loved ones to equally do the same.
Okay, I'll throw it over to you.
As for me, as bad as it bad, I'm going to vote that day. And I know a lot of persons, as I said, they are fed up of situation in Nigeria and they will vote that day. And I know the present administration is trying to make it very difficult for the election to be, would I say, free and fair?
Yeah, peaceful.
To be peaceful or to be free and fair, to be difficult for us to vote, but God having his ways is going to work out well.
Okay. I want to ask this question. With the economy, because it has never been this bad in our economy system. With the economy right now, will you say that political negligence is going to reduce? Because before, when elections are forthcoming, you hear things like, I beg, we vote or we not vote or now who they want now go still dey there.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say that with the way the economy has been in the past years and everything that's happened, it is going to reduce political negligence? People are going to be more aware. People are going to be more decisive when it comes to politics.
Speaking from my point of view, I practiced serious political apathy growing up, even when Atiku came out the last time and everything. But I feel that with the Peter Obi agenda, things are going to change and things are already changing. Go and verify.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
For me, I'll tell you that right now the truth is there is more awareness by the day. People are getting more informed, knowing fully well that no matter how rich you are as an individual, without having that political power, it's always very difficult for you to make needed changes in society.
Yes.
So people are getting more aware, down to even those in the villages. Technology and owing to the fact that there are people that are living outside the shores of Nigeria telling them lots of things. Lots of people are queuing every day to get their PVCs under the sun, even with lots of struggles. People are still trying, and you see this excitement, you see this joy in them when they get that PVC. It shows that participation is on the right, and hopefully this projection will keep on going like this. And I think with time, the level of political apathy and level of I don't care in politics generally amongst our people will be reduced to a very minimum level.
Okay. Lastly, it has been wonderful having you guys here. Lastly, just to lighten up our moods, what would you say or what would be your reaction if your spouse, your girlfriend or your wife should tell you that she's supporting Bala Blue? I would ask you.
That's crazy. So for me, I'll just take it as imaginary. Because it's not-
Okay.
So first, I will really want to put the person up to a debate. Like we are all rational human beings. You
What's
tell
your
me why
reason?
you are what are your reasons for supporting this person? Give me cogent reasons why you are supporting this person. So that will be what I will ask for. And of course, I will bring out my own points and try to convince the person. But I know that ultimately the power lies with the person,
Person.
my spouse, to make the final decision. But I will try to give the person the reasons as to why you should support the unifier in the person of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar.
Okay. Over to you.
I'll take the person as a joke because he's supporting a joke, a joke to the country and to everyone. I'll just take it as a joke, man. Like, this time at age, what are you thinking?
Okay. Thank you very much. I promised you that I was going to show you our secret handshake. So let me teach you. Yeah. Yeah. Then like this.
Okay.
Like
Also,
this.
lastly, I'm still very disappointed that persons are still campaigning for APC or other party. I'm just saying, don't vote wisely because we're not all of us are wise in this country. For Peter Obi, for the Peter of you and me, I beg.
Please, it has been an amazing time with you, and I really enjoyed our conversation. Please, please, and please vote wisely. We're begging you, vote
Wisely.
wisely.